from where we stopped before we went on break, talking about people slumming and dying, we hear cases of that. Is it possible for, ailments to just manifest and suddenly lead to death?
Impossible. The way I answer that question and indicate that the only way or the only thing can happen to you like that is a poison. Yeah. And a good example is, cyanide. If you take cyanide poison, boom, you die immediately. Because cyanide arrests what we call the respiratory chain. You are no longer able to, breathe. Your respiratory chain that produces energy is actually terminated instantly.
Now, share your thoughts with us on this issue. People just suddenly...
Yeah. So, the simple reason is this. What I tell people is that no one ever dies of old age. We die because as we age and as a result of a wrong lifestyle, disease comes in. Depending on how stubborn you have been, this can come in very early before you reach even the age of 20, 30, 40, or 50. Ideally, the biological age of man is 130 years.
Wow.
But because of our lifestyle, we can shorten it at any time. If you want to know, life is actually in 3 phases. The phase of growth, which is called anabolic phase. In that phase, we're supposed to live for at least 40 years, the anabolic phase. Then you go into what they call the mesogenesis phase. That is the middle area, the homeostatic phase or homeostasis. That means a balance. If you look at it at that time, the plateau is like this. It is determined by pH because from the growth phase, our pH is ideal, about 7.4. Then from the homeostasis phase, the pH start dropping to to 7. And then we live up to 80, we should live up to 80 years in the homeostatic, phase with the pH of, 7. Then from 80, ideally, the pH will start dropping naturally. And when the pH drops below 6, that is when we die. So if you go 40, we're supposed to live at least 120 years. However, because of our lifestyle, wrong choices, lack of sleep, lack of drinking water, lack of exercise, and toxic, emotions, the pH drops, faster. So we die young. So nobody ever dies of an old age. If we were to age sequentially, we're supposed to live 120 years. So it is really very important that we know this and live properly by checking with doctors, what we call annual checkup, which is very important. I have mentioned that before. Then we're talking about dental health, which is really very important. And then you do the various aspects that helps in optimizing our health, just like our car is